issues such as grief, anxiety, depression, or substance abuse? Are you facing or is your family facing parenting issues of any kind? Do you have job-related problems? Local psychotherapist Angelina Rodriguez takes a unique approach in helping her clients tackle and resolve such issues, combining traditional psychotherapy and art therapy. Rodriguez is licensed by the Texas State Board of Professional Counselors, certified by the Art Therapy Credential Board, and we want to welcome her to the show this morning.
Thank you, Elise.
Thanks for coming in. And tell me, first of all, how did you get interested in art therapy, and what is it exactly?
Well, I am an artist, and I've been painting since I was 9 years old, and I first met a therapist who told me there was something called art therapy, and I was able to combine traditional psychotherapy, which is the curative talk therapy, with using art materials, and that is now called art therapy.
That is what we think of, what you just mentioned, either two people sitting and talking or a group of people sitting and talking about their emotional issues. How does an art therapy session go? What happens during an art therapy session?
Well, basically, when the client comes in, they will have access to all kinds of art materials, paints, clay, markers, crayons, and paper, and they are then asked to express their feeling at the time. Now, you don't have to be an artist to do art therapy. And so there'll be a lot of scribbling, doodling, even stick figures, anything that you're comfortable with.
Do you find this especially helpful with children who don't necessarily have the words yet to tell you how they're feeling?
Exactly. It is most important for children who don't have that communication skill yet developed. But it works very well with my adult clients who've kind of shut down and don't really feel comfortable reaching into their emotions.
Sure. Does it take a while, maybe a couple of sessions to really get into it? I can imagine if you are working in a 9-to-5 job where you're not required to express your emotions or feelings very often, it can be hard to switch into that mode.
Absolutely. And I try to make it most comfortable for my clients by just letting them know that it might just be picking up your favorite color of paint and moving it across the page. There are no rules when it comes to using art therapy.
And go ahead and explain what you mean. You've used the term life-enhancing tools. What are those, and how do they help us in our day-to-day lives?
Well, what I offer my clients are basically tools or suggestions on how they can change certain aspects in their life. A lot of my clients come to me with depression, or they are stuck in a relationship, or possibly stuck in their job. And what I am basically is like a reflection. I am a mirror to them, and I give them suggestions and tips on how to start seeing themselves and change certain aspects in their life.
Do you see increased stress in families or for individuals because of what's going on with our economy and a lot of the changes in our country here in the past year?
Absolutely. There is a lot of stress, specifically with adult couples, and that looks like arguments or less intimacy and difficulty relating to their family members.
Is art therapy for everyone, or is it just sometimes this is the kind of therapy that will help you kind of break through to the next level in your life?
Art therapy can be for everyone. However, I do the curative talk therapy as well. What I do is I offer an additional type of therapeutic mode for my clients.
And what are some of the other basic issues that you see a lot of for families and individuals? I would imagine, like we talked about, the economy is a big talker right now, so the more you talk about it, sometimes the more stress it creates. What other basic issues do you see a lot of, and what kind of advice do you have for people?
Well, basic issues are parenting skills for my clients. A lot of them don't know how to parent kids anymore. They're so busy working, or they're caught up in their own problems. The kids are then acting out, so to speak. They're getting in trouble at school or possibly fighting with each other. Parents don't really know how to, or they're scared on how to add certain disciplines and respect. And what I do is I offer my clients basic rules on how to teach their children how to have loving and kind respect in their families.
Well, and here's why I asked you that question, because that's really common. I mean, at some point or another, every family has issues, but people sometimes don't think about going beyond their own family unit to get help.
Right. there's a lot of shame, so to speak, or we want to keep that just within our family unit. We don't like, a lot of my clients feel like they don't want others to know they're having problems, so to speak. But it takes a lot of courage, actually, to go outside yourself and realize, hey, you know what, I can ask for advice, and it's okay if I seek outside myself to resolve my situations.
Do you see anything inside the Latino culture that kind of perpetuates family problems of any kind? And what I'm asking, things that are certain barriers within our culture that might keep us from getting help or perpetuate problems?
Well, as I mentioned, a lot of it is that secretive kind of belief that we've got to just keep it within ourselves. We shouldn't share this. Nobody needs to know what's going on in our own family. And so that can be difficult when there is that perpetual cycle. And it's important for them to realize that you can reach out, and it's okay to go ahead and reach out and ask for help.
Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Art therapy, another way to get your family to the next level.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.